When I was a little boy and I saw the first Frankenstein movie, I was scared to death. And then I saw the second one, The Bride of Frankenstein, and then The Ghost of Frankenstein, then Son of Frankenstein. And I wanted to change the endings because I was scared. And when I grew up and began writing and all that, I did. I changed the endings. But I added comedy to it. I did a satire of those Frankenstein scary movies. And the first thing I wrote on the script was in black and white. I didn't know if Mel would keep it. I didn't know if the studio would do it that way, but they did. And Mel, I guess, must have insisted on it. Alan Ladd Jr. agreed. And it's become what it is, I think, because you don't have to have seen those early films of Frankenstein where I was so scared. It's funny by itself. You don't have to have it in reference to those scenes from Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. You don't need that. If you have seen those films, it's still just as funny or more funny because you know where it's coming from. But if you don't know where it's coming from, it doesn't matter. I think that's why. And also that it's black and white. If it had been done in color, it would not have been nearly as funny because it would have looked, you know, when they did Dracula and you see the blood in red coming out of the Hammer films, you don't believe that that's blood. But in black and white with Bela Lugosi doing Dracula and someone is bleeding after he bites them, then it's really scary. It's funny that you can believe black and white blood, but you can't believe red blood. Now, other films that are not horror films may be so, but in this, I think it was partly because it was black and white, and because it was funny, and because the actors were so good.